So good morning everybody, welcome back to sunny Vancouver, and we're going to start the day off today by taking a really long walk all the way around to the far edges of Stanley Park. It's gorgeous down here.
It's supposed to be red hot today as well.
Yeah, and it's going to get up to like 25, so got sun gigs on. It's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, Claire's injured.
I started the day by whacking a toe against the bed post.
Oh God, she didn't half crack it, to be fair.
So I'm limping, but I'm fine. I'm on ibuprofen. I'll be fine.
she's a trooper, aren't you?
Yeah.
But one thing you don't know about Claire is she loves walking into beds. You guys who follow us regularly, who's been to Circa in downtown Las Vegas, we only stayed there one night, and she managed to walk into them corners on them bed frames there about 8 times. And she had bruises all over your shins, didn't you?
Yeah.
Some pretty legit boats in this harbour right here. Nice. Everywhere you look, it's a really good looking city, is this. If we had more time here, we'd venture out to other places, but we're just touring the downtown area really, and all the surrounding parks. Working his way around this harbour, around the edge of the bottom end of Stanley Park right here. It's a massive area, it's Stanley Park, and we drove through it yesterday to get to the Capilano suspension bridge area. And for those of you that know me and maybe seen some footage that I did recently on this trip, I'm a really big fan of The Last of Us, and just yesterday they were in Stanley Park filming for season 2, so some of that footage you might have seen when I didn't see at all. That's the footage that they're filming right now to adapt for TV for season 2, and I was a day late seeing that, but I'm gonna have a potter about around here. If I see anything, I'll obviously take note of it. It'll make my day seeing something like that. But really cool to be here at the same time, and they're filming in and around Vancouver for the show. So to me, that's pretty awesome. I'm just walking around the bottom edge of Stanley Park. When we get a bit further, you can see the skyline of the city really well. If you look right into the distance there, give it a zoom, that's that Canada place where we got off the cruise ship yesterday. It's really busy today. I know it's Saturday, there's a lot of people on this boardwalk. There's a separate lane for cycling. Yeah, good day for it. Safe to say Drone Face has put a shift in on this trip, and that's the last time I'm going to get him up. It's been out every stop we've made other than Ketchikan, because you can't do it there at all. So it's got some really cool shots for this trip, which is nice. And he's going away now for a while, and that's it. See you later. So we said when we do this walk, we'd come all the way to the peninsula of Stanley Park to the 9 o'clock gun. Cast in 1816, it's in a cage. There you have it. Gunfires with a very loud report at 9 PM daily. That's an old cannon. Looks over to the cruise ports and the skyline of Vancouver. I thought I heard something in the background just then, a loud bang. I can't believe it. One of the seaplanes has just crashed into the water. I can't believe that. The boats are already en route to them now, but I heard a bang in the background and I wondered what that is. Oh no, I hope they're okay. Emergency services are quick to the scene. Hope everybody's okay. Yeah, they're climbing out. Oh, thank God for that. From what we can see, the people seem to be climbing out, so hopefully everything's okay. I'll get an update on that hopefully later, and hopefully everyone's fine. Oh my God, the plane's sinking. I think they've got everybody off. Fingers crossed. It looks like they've got everybody off, but yeah, that's not good. People were very quick on the scene there. No credit to all those guys in the other vessels. They were there within seconds.
Investigators will be analyzing new video of the crash obtained by CTV News. Somehow all passengers aboard the Harbour Air flight survived after it crashed into a boat on takeoff. Now the focus will be on how it happened and how to prevent it from happening again.
Vessels are allowed to cross, but should think of it like a busy highway.
Port users have limited visibility and can't always see you clearly.
Oh my God, the plane's sinking. I think they've got everybody off.
What's remarkable in all of this was the response. Within minutes, police, fire, the Port Authority, and small boats surrounded the scene and offered assistance.
We're just continuing on through Stanley Park. Hopefully everybody on that plane's all right. It looked like quite a number of people climbed out and went straight on one of those boats, but them emergency service, they were there quick time.
Have to be, 'cause front end had already gone on.
Yeah, that's scary. Like I say, I heard a bang, and I'm like, what the hell was that? And I looked around, and some guy run past me. He says, "Oh my God, the plane's just hit the water." Like, what? But
Still trying to recover it.
still in recovery process, but the plane went straight under it. Hopefully we hear some news that all those people on board are okay.
Sorry, I've just hit the toe.
Claire's just stubbed a toe. A bad toe. I don't know what you're like. So we just come to the other side of Stanley Park over the freeway, and this is what they call the Lost Lagoon. We have a walk around the edge of this. It's kind of always like these massive inner city parks. It reminds me a bit like Central Park in New York, and they're that vast of all. It's got lots of things going on in them. And this is no different. Plenty of things to do. There's like an aquarium in there. There's sports things going on, little amphitheatres dotted about. We've even got a young couple having the wedding photos in front of us there, look. You can see right in the distance there's all the snow-capped mountains and grouse mountains over in that area, I believe. If I ever come to Vancouver again, I'd probably take a trip up there, that'd be nice. So right in the heart of Stanley Park here, we've got this place, Stanley Park Brewing. It's a nice little joint. And we're going to try and get a table. It's quite busy, we're going to try and get a table. And, oh! It's not looking likely. Claire's just informed me. It's what, sorry? About an hour wait? Oh wow. We've decided actually, we will wait. We're going to take us time a bit more. Granville Market, we haven't got any plans before we fly home tomorrow, so we're just going to do that tomorrow because we're not flying while 9 o'clock at night anyway. So we're going to enjoy Stanley Park Brewing. It's got good reviews actually, I've just looked, so wasn't on the itinerary, but yeah, something extra. And I've got somewhere else I want to visit at Stanley Park itself, around here. And because we're having such a nice day in this area, we'll take us time and we might do something again. Oh, we've got a nice meal booked actually tonight. I almost forgot about that, Claire. We've got, it's a bit of an institution here in Vancouver. What's it called? Joe Fortes. So we've got a nice dinner tonight anyway. So yeah, we'll lunch here, nice dinner tonight, and it'll be Granville Market tomorrow, which will be in this video anyway. So they brew a lot of their own beers in-house at this place, and I spotted the Parklandia Hazy IPA. That's got my name it all over it. Everything that says Park Beer on it. The brewing house, as you might have seen on the clip as I was walking in. So I'm going for the Parklandia Hazy IPA, I love a hazy. That looks good. And what we got over here, Claire?
The Rose Garden.
The Rose Garden, and that's a Gordon's pink gin.
Pink
one.
gin, it's got raspberry, coulis, I think, in it.
Looks refreshing.
All sorts.
Just right for this weather.
Yeah,
Ching ching. Oh yes. Got some chips and salsa right here. And some garlic fries. Some nice looking wings. And a big old chicken Caesar salad. Because Claire loves a Caesar salad. But we're not going crazy because we've got a nice dinner later, so yeah, let's eat. Looks good. So that nice surprise, that brewery, we're dead right, wasn't it?
Yeah, filled with delicious.
Yeah, very reasonable prices in there as well.
Yeah, it were cheap once,
not
it
bad.
was normal.
Bit of a wait.
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah, and that beer were gorgeous. And anyway, we're carrying on walking around Stanley Park, and there's a beach right here. It's called Second Beach. As we continue on, if you look in distance, look at all those like container ships and that in harbour. There's loads of them. Awesome place. If you lived here, you'd probably spend a lot of time in this park, really. We'll make our way further around. There's West Vancouver right in the distance, and there's another beach here on Stanley Park called Third Beach. So we passed Second Beach, and now this is Third Beach, and there's another beach, and it's kind of on the city side, I think, before you like head into the park. But plenty of beach time on this park as well. Last destination right here is what they call the Hollow Tree in Stanley Park before we head back. And another reason I wanted to go here is if you look right in there, they're filming for The Last of Us. Oh my god, that makes me so happy that I'm here at the same time. So this Hollow Tree's been here forever. Look at this. Some history there, and there it stands. Reminds me of being back in Yosemite, this thing. Just a dead old tree, but it's been stood there for hundreds of years. There's the film crews all in there. They're filming in the woods for a particular scene for part 2, season 2 for HBO. Oh wow. I thought I'd catch them while we were here. It's definitely for The Last of Us. Oh, we're here. I haven't seen anybody, but we're definitely here. If they'll have used the Hollow Tree or not, but they're certainly filming in these woods, that is a fact. There's a big crane there for the camera equipment. It's pretty awesome. So we're at the Tea House restaurant in Stanley Park, but we're not eating anything here. We're waiting for an Uber because we've walked miles, Claire, and we're ready to get back to the hotel. Cool little jaunt around here today now. Start for a drink tonight in Tableau, which is part of our hotel, the Loden Hotel. But we're just going to get a seat on the decking out here for a quick drink before we have a dinner. I've gone for what they call a cane killer. Nice vessel that's coming, Claire, that's going straight in bag. And that's a Ray and Nephew rum and tropical pineapple coconut, bit of salt. Sounds nice. Claire's just on Sauvignon.
Yeah,
before we go for dinner at Joe Fortes. It's going to be nice. Bottoms up. So we are just heading up Thurlow Street to our last stop of the evening for a nice dinner at Joe Fortes restaurant. Should be nice. And it's our last full evening tonight. We head home tomorrow evening quite late, but we've still got time tomorrow. We'll be heading to the Granville Island Market, which will be cool, before we finish off this trip's vlog. This restaurant after this guy, Joe Fortes. I'm guessing I'm pronouncing that wrong maybe. This guy was a sailor. He actually spent a lot of time in England. and he died here in Canada in the early 20s, but he was a bit of a local legend in these areas. And yeah, there's a few things named after him. There's a monument at his home, a statue, and they also named this restaurant after him and part of the public library apparently. Cheers to our last evening on what's been an amazing trip, Claire.
It's been absolutely fantastic. I've loved every minute.
Yeah, we're doing it again. One day. Some balsamic and lobster oil to dip it in right there, just to set us off. So I've gone for the 8-ounce fillet here. It looks absolutely stunning, to be honest with you. Asparagus and potato and veg, looks great. Claire's just gone for the chicken. It looks great though. Lots of veg and sprouts.
Potatoes.
Yeah, the food does look great. The service is a little bit slow in here, but the service are great. But yeah, the food looks delicious. We're on dessert menu. I am absolutely fit to burst after all that, I'm not going to lie. But Claire is straight on to desserts. How can you fit anything in?
Because I haven't had that many desserts on this holiday.
That's not an excuse.
It is. So I'm going out with a bang. And it's going to have to be New York cheesecake.
I've seen these desserts in here, they don't look small.
They are massive, so we're sharing.
So Claire did the right thing and she went for a half portion, which is still a bit of a wedge. I think you'd have been pushing it over the edge if you'd have gone for a full one, Claire. That's tasty though. I'm going to have a little bit actually. I'm stuffed, but I'll try a bit. Yeah, so Joe's were pretty nice. A little bit slow service, but the server were great. And the problem is with that place, it's really hot in there. You had to keep drinking water. They just had ceiling fans and it didn't have any like air conditioning or anything. But yeah, food were great. Enjoyed it. I'm absolutely stuffed. Stick a fork in me. I don't know how Claire actually fit that bloody cheesecake in just then. Yeah. The bill came to, I put it up on screen, I forgot already. At 230-ish with tip, yeah. Not too bad, that's Canadian dollars as well, so a lot better value really than what we get when we go to like a fancy Vegas restaurant or something. Just walking back down Robson Street to go back. It's really nice down here. This is where a lot of the high street and the fancy stores are. It's closed, Claire, you're not going in. It's closed. What are you going to do, break in?
I like that polo for you.
Yeah, sec. For me? Oh, no, for me. Where are you treating me?
With the horse and carriage on?
You're treating me, yeah?
Oh, it's nice.
I take a breath. Up high is rising.
It's been a long day and a good night just to finish off at Joe Fortes. We do fly home tomorrow evening. Sad day, Claire. We've loved this trip.
It's been a fantastic holiday and made brilliant memories, and I'm sure we'll be back.
Yeah, we will. But it's not finished yet. We're going to get up in the morning, so we'll see you then, and we're going to head through the city to the Granville Island Market to finish things off before we check out of his hotel. So we'll catch you in the morning. So as part of our room we also get breakfast in the Tableau restaurant that's on the hotel. You get $45 breakfast credit per day or complimentary parking as part of the room. Start off the day. So we've just checked out of the room and left the bags there because we're not flying home until 9 PM tonight, and we're going to use this nice day to take a walk through the city and head up to Granville Island, which looks really cool actually. I've been looking forward to seeing this place to finish off a trip. Take us time, no rush, Claire.
We are late out, aren't we?
Yeah.
They did give us an extra hour check out, so we hadn't checked out till
Yeah, it's like 1 PM, but you know, we don't need to set off to airport while nearly 6, so you know, there's no rush at all really, so all good. And we're going to explore a bit more of Vancouver's lovely city as we head through to Granville Island. It's about a 30-minute walk from here, so it gives us a good opportunity to scope the rest of it out. Opposite side, that's the Granville Bridge, and the market is right over there. Just zooming in a little, and all those little like taxi things over there, little water bus. We might pop onto one of those, or otherwise we're walking over there. I'm sure it don't cost a lot to go over on the water, or we'll check it out. So from the Hornby Street station, it's just $4 Canadian $50 per adult to take us over to the island. There's a bit of a queue on, but cool little mode of transport right here. So these little Aqua buses, I don't know what they are. They're like a stroke between a boat and a catamaran looking at it. It's quite a touristy area, is this. It should be a lot of fun. We'll be on the next one, so we haven't really queued. We just walked down and the one's heading out. 6:30 AM till 10 PM every 5 minutes. Dead right. Good little service. $15 Canadian return for us both, which is only about £9, so pretty cheap really. This is Granville Island, the marketplace area, very busy area, very popular area here in Vancouver. And we're going to get a bite to eat, a couple of drinks, and Claire's after. She hasn't even got us on a Christmas deck yet from Vancouver, so she's on exploration for one. So welcome to the Granville Island Public Market. Super busy around here. There's a place I definitely want to try here, and it's really popular. It's called Lee's Donuts. We're going to try some good donuts. Apparently this is the place to go. And there'll be a long line like anywhere that's popular. So we'll dig it out and we'll get some food and drinks. This island's just full of eateries and places like that. We did hear a marketplace for a bite to eat before we go to that donut shop though, and it's just round here somewhere. Could probably walk around the whole thing in about 5 minutes, but it's absolutely packed with little breweries and stores and eateries everywhere you go. It's cool place. But we found this joint up here, and I can see an arrow. Claire here marked this one. It's called the Lobster Man. It does. It's like an actual seafood store where you buy live catch, but it's got an eatery where you can have lobster rolls and whatnot. So we're going to check this out. It's away from the main hustle and bustle of it all, so yeah, looks like a cool joint. And check that GT there. What? See, the place is like a little warehouse where you'd buy live seafood and whatnot. We come to this bit, and we've got lobster rolls galore. Dungeness crab roll, Connecticut lobster roll, signature lobster roll, shrimp roll. Oh my word! Let's go. Connecticut, packed with lobster. Claire's is a standard one, signature one. It's pretty nice. Only problem is with this place, it's got very little seating and it's awkward as oak to get sat down to eat your food. Looks good though. Nice enough, them lobster rolls, but we're an awkward place to eat at. And there's massive signs saying, don't feed the birds. So of course, there's always one dumbass that lets all his kids feed birds, and then everybody gets overrun with crows. There's the front of the public market. And Claire's just joining that line, because that line's Lee's Donuts. Go try this place. It's supposed to be top quality.
bed.
It's massive. Apple. It's an apple fritter, it's ginormous. I ain't got to apple yet, but the icing's lovely. What's that, yeah? I've got to say, Claire weren't impressed with that, were you? You had just a regular donut.
Give me a crispy crab.
I'm not.
That were very nice.
I'm telling you now, though, that apple fritter thing I've got just then was probably the messiest thing I've ever eaten in my life, but it was really, really tasty. It was absolutely loaded with apple. And if you come here, get one of them. Don't get an old plain that Claire had, that were awesome. But be prepared to get it all off here because it was so messy. Nice though, really nice. Lovely down here. It's Sunday today and it's really busy, but it's a gorgeous place. Right on the water. So we're back on the Aqua bus. I keep calling it a water bus, it's called the Aqua bus. Back over to Hornby Street on the other side. And we can't spend loads of time here because we've only got a few hours now before we need to push on to the airport. So yeah, Granville Market were cool. I'm sure on a different day it wouldn't be as busy as that, with it being a Sunday, but I enjoyed it. That food were good, even a bit awkward to eat that food.
Well, we had to
like.
rush around a little bit.
We were rushing around. Yeah. Claire's still after a Christmas deck from Canada. She hasn't got one yet. She's panicking.
Yeah, I've got to get one before I leave.
Yeah, we're going to head back towards the hotel now, hit up a couple of stores and that, and then we'll check in with you in a bit. So his bags are packed, we're ready to go. Just going to get an Uber to the international airport. It's about a 30-minute journey from here for our 8:50 PM flight. See you there. Checked in. We're at Vancouver International. Claire's here. We're the one holiday we didn't expect to get a sunburn, and we've both got it.
We're official rednecks.
Yeah. But we're about to board this flight, and with that being said, Claire, we'll see everybody on the other side, and we shall recap back home over the pond. See you soon. That's it, folks, we're back over the pond, but it's literally about 2 months later now, Claire, because that were a really long series. It took me a long time to put all that together, but I really enjoyed doing it. So this is like literally the day before this video goes up, so we thought we'd just give a little recap and a few questions that a lot of people keep asking us. So that being said, Vancouver were excellent.
I loved it, yeah. Really nice, really clean. Really, it was just nice. It was everything I expected it to be, and I mean, it was first time there, so all new. It was nice to visit somewhere new and do different things. So,
and that was the basis of the whole trip. Everything was new. Yeah. You know, vlog-wise for me, it was so much fun putting them all together. For every day with different things I was doing with videos, and it was just all new, and I like that kind of thing anyway. So yeah, on the whole, Vancouver were excellent. That plane crash thing, that was really weird. I mean, and apparently nothing like that's happened in the harbour since the 90s. So it was like a really rare occurrence. But fortunately, everybody survived. There were a couple of injuries on that boat.
They were very lucky.
They were very
for how
lucky.
quickly it happened. They got them out pretty quickly and got rescued.
Credit to those emergency services. They were really
passers
quick.
by other boat people, because they went straight to it to help out.
That being said, yeah, cool time in Vancouver. Claire did manage to get a Christmas deck after all. When we left at Granville Market, she did pop in a shop and she got a, what is it?
I was panicking a bit at the end because I didn't think I was going to get one.
Claire, it's maple leaf, right?
Yeah, maple leaf.
And that's to add to the other
So-
5. I think we're going to need 2 trees to be fair. Because Claire's
I'll
got that
just
many
re-jog
decks.
your memory. That one from Seattle. Again, there's a bit of reflection.
What else we got?
That one from Juno. Let's give
That's
it
the
that
best.
photo. That photo cute.
That's cool. That one. I like that.
Quite cute. I got this one from Skagway. Skagway, as Nicky was saying.
Yeah, just
Skagway.
I apologise now for my mispronunciation of Skagway. Amongst other things, I'm famous for that, me.
This was from Skagway as well, because I liked 2 of them.
You bought 2 in Skagway?
Yeah, because that's got the wildflowers inside it, which I thought were really nice.
Oh yeah, that's a local artist, that
idea,
one. Yeah.
So I really liked that one.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's Claire's Christmas decks.
This Christmas, I'm going to be busy with my decks.
She loves the Christmas decks. We're finishing off this now. It's been well over 2 months since I've been putting these videos together. I like to take my time with them. I don't like rushing them out anymore, you know that. Apologies for the last couple. It did take a while to get these last couple up because it's been my birthday and we've had a lot on. We've been quite busy, so I just put that on hold a little bit. But I've got a list here of some of the most asked questions. We're not doing like a big Q&A. It's not going to go on forever, but some questions got asked quite a lot. And that being said, the first question, what everybody kept asking is, well, how much did this trip cost? Now, in total, it actually come to a little bit less than I expected when I totted it all up into, this is all in British pounds, by the way. I'm just going to run through this really quickly from top in order and then give you a total. So, the return flights, Seattle back from Vancouver with British Airways were £1,293. The Grand Hyatt was £592. The flights to Anchorage were $240. The Saltwater Cottage, which we both loved in Anchorage, that was £818. Then there was the car rental at $160. The railroad train, the Alaska Railroad, cost $352. The Harbour Hotel at Seward was $250. Then the cruise ship price was £3,340 plus £95 on the upgrade that Claire did on Black Friday, which were really good. Then the ship excursions, because all these prices are what we pre-booked prior to the trip. And the ship excursions, like the zip line, you know, the railroad up in Skagway, come to £620. And then the Loden Hotel, what you've just seen in Vancouver, come to £1,080. That was quite expensive. So the grand total for the trip was £8,840. Before I totted all that up, I said it was going to be 10 grand.
Yeah.
So it's not, it didn't work out as expensive, but on top of that £8,840, we had roughly 2,500 in spending money. So all the other things, obviously, you saw in the videos, 2,500. So if you added all that together, it was £11,350 altogether with the spending money. So total for the trip, 8,840 plus £2.5 grand spending. Not too bad, and it worth every penny. What do you reckon?
It's an expensive trip, don't get me wrong, but well worth it. And would I do it again? In a heartbeat, definitely. I absolutely loved Alaska, as you can see from.
Yeah, we will do it again.
I will do it
but
again.
We'll do it differently if we do it again, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, when it comes to questions, someone said, if you had to relive any moment from the trip, what would it be? For me, the Alaska Railroad train, definitely. I'll relive that one day, for sure.
Followed by Glacier.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed sitting on our balcony. So if you ever do this trip, please get a balcony because it's well worth it.
I always recommend a balcony.
Yeah, just sitting on balcony watching that glacier and just totally something different. Where are you going to do that?
Yeah,
I mean, you're never going to do that anywhere. And the colours, the colour, the blue, and the you know, the vlogs don't just.
The vlogs don't do it justice. As much as I like making the videos, I try to put them together the best I can, but it doesn't do it justice.
They never will. Any of the scenery
see
done,
it in real life. But yeah, for me, the railroad train, I'd love to do it again, probably up to somewhere like Fairbanks maybe, or over to Denali region. I'd just love to do it again.
It has for me opened up doing train journeys because I really enjoyed it. You know, you can get them all over the world, and I've never really, it's not something I've really looked into, but actually I might consider doing something like that again, just like an epic train journey somewhere.
Things like the Rocky Mountaineer, things like that. Quite a pricey trip compared. The Alaska Railroad is really good value for money. Because when you price up some of these train journeys, they're so expensive.
I mean, even Europe, Switzerland and places like that, there's some beautiful ones.
Did you book everything separately? So yeah, just like that rundown we did. How it started, well, we're going to do a return trip. But that when I realised you could get the railroad train from Anchorage to Seward, and then you could take a one-way cruise from Seward, that's when we said, right, let's do a bigger trip. So we booked the cruise and the railroad, if I remember Claire, didn't we? Yep. And then we built everything else around that. Everything was done individually from start to finish.
Direct. And it was just a case really of obviously what you guys probably do, looking at people's vlogs who visited them areas to give us ideas of what we're around, doing his own research. And we were very, very lucky. We had no problems at all. You know, everything went to plan. The only bit we were a bit like that about were when the Delta flight was nearly cancelled. As you saw, we were on it for like 3 and a bit hours.
That didn't spoil anything though.
Well, it didn't spoil it,
because we didn't have much plans that day.
It would have put a spanner in works if it had been cancelled. But no, that was the only thing where we were a bit like, which way is this going to go?
There's a lot of moving parts in a trip like that. If any of you guys want to do it, I mean, me and Claire did a lot of research before we did this trip.
A lot of months.
We spent hours sat here just saying, right, what we're going to do. If you look at my itinerary, what I've got written down is so long. Because all those things we did, it were all planned in an itinerary.
Even
there weren't
down
that
to
many.
bars. Even down to bars, breweries.
So, future trips and when are you back in Las Vegas? So just recently we've just booked for Vegas actually. We're back in Vegas in April for Claire's birthday. So we're going to be in Vegas on the 23rd of April. Now going on Vegas trips, we were actually thinking about going in December. But it was solely based on the time we had off work. So as Leeds meetup recently, we talked to a few people about going in December. And it was based solely on time off work. So it'd have been a really short trip, but when push come to shove, I don't think we're that bothered about going for a short time, are we?
For me, 4 or 5 nights with that long old flight, and we were having to go down to Tweed. Oh no, Gatwick, were it? Gatwick.
It would have been Gatwick actually for that, So we were like, do we really want to go for? And we just decided not to bother in that.
No, so jet lag.
It's looking very much like the next trip to Vegas. It's booked. We've got BA flights on the BA sale. And it's cost us £1,200 for the BA flights to Vegas
7 nights
for us both, and that's really cool.
We're yet to book the accommodation though, aren't we?
We
don't know where
I'm probably looking at maybe staying in
Cosmo,
Cosmo for a week actually, and double booking with Station Casino somewhere. So that'll be cool. And when it comes to future trips as well, we're also going to New York next December. That's like a Christmas trip, and that's
for 4 or 5 nights.
Yeah. So, but other than that, we haven't got anything in the pipeline as yet. We're still getting over this big trip from Alaska. You know, we put a lot of effort into that, so we didn't really have any plans for anything else after that, really. Another question I got asked a lot, and it's just based solely off one video actually, because you might notice I did this video about The Last of Us in Seattle, and it's got like over 100,000 views, that video. And a lot of people asked me how much research did I do before I made that video, and I did very little actually. I knew where all those places were, and they were just based around mine and Claire's itinerary in downtown Seattle. The only thing I needed to look into a little before I went was when I went for a walk on my own to do a route when it was raining, and I just needed to make sure that route was right really. But other than that, I knew where all those places were, so I didn't really need to put any much research into that.
And you've actually just mentioned weather, which has just reminded me.
Yeah.
We were so lucky with the weather on this Alaska
We've said
trip,
this many times.
and people have told us we were, and even in Vancouver we were very, very lucky to get that weather that we got.
Yeah.
So please, if you do book them trips round about the same time as us, don't expect it to be as dry and as nice as what it were for us, because apparently typically it isn't like that. So we were very, very lucky and really.
For example, when we were at the glacier, the Hubbard Glacier, the cruise director we got talking to, we were actually from Vegas, so we got chatting with him, and he did say he's never seen it that clear and that nice that day for that. He says you're very lucky to get it like this because it's never like
so
this.
Obviously that affects your scenery views and things if you've got low cloud because of the mountains and everything. I mean your drone footage, we wouldn't have been able to do half of that drone footage if it hadn't been for
the drone were worth its weight in gold on this trip. They're brilliant. I got so much good footage. The only place I couldn't fly were in Ketchikan, but I knew that anyway because it's close to a small airport. And it's a no-fly zone. So even if the weather, I couldn't do it anyway because of the weather, but even if the weather were alright, I wouldn't have been able to fly the drone there anyway, so.
And everybody we met was super helpful, super welcome. You know, we met some lovely people along the way.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting hearing about the history of Alaska and how people live over there, and it's it's just such an interesting way of life.
We knew we'd love it. We had a great time. Again, sorry about the delay on the last couple of these videos. I've had an awesome time putting these together. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I've been making these videos for months for this trip. When I put all these videos on my computer into Premiere Pro, which I edit on to start, I had 4,600 video clips, which is a massive amount. So when I first started, I was like, right, where do I start with this? But yeah, it's been a fun experience. It's been great. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for commenting and chatting to us about it. We've had a fantastic time.
Thank you for everybody that turned up to the Leeds do that we did a few months back. We had a great turnout, and it's lovely to meet
Massive
new faces as well as old faces. It's always nice to have a little catch up and see new vloggers, old vloggers alike. It was really nice. So thank you all for coming to that as well.
So with that being said, we're not going to keep this going for too long, guys. It's just a little wrap up for the end of the vlog. So with that being said, Claire,
let's roll some highlights.
Take care.